This is the 1980 piece Fire Down on the Labrador by David Blackwood. A burning ship, a lifeboat, and a lurking whale show man versus nature. Have you ever seen an iceberg feel more alive than people? Well, this is the world of David Blackwood, Newfoundland's Gothic master of print that we will talk about today. I share different videos about art from all over the world every single day, so follow me and enrich your life. David Blackwood was born in the Outport community of Wesleyville, Newfoundland in 1941. He was the son and grandson of schooner captains. His father was a sailor, his father's father was a sailor, his father's father... You get it. By age 15, he opened his own studio, and by 23, he already had work on display at the National Gallery of Canada. This is his 1973 piece, Vigil on Bragg's Island. Bragg's Island is where he spent most of his summers as a child with his grandparents. But in the early 1950s, that world was shattered by the provincial government's resettlement policies. The entire town was forced to move and join a community on the mainland. And this still happens in Newfoundland today. The government will offer people packages to move from their very small towns, in part to provide them with better social services, but Newfoundlanders can be very stubborn. And even if their town has a population of 4, they'd say,
"Over my dead body, you're getting me out of here."
Something like that. In his prints, Blackwood draws on his childhood memories to reclaim the Newfoundland of his youth. In the 1960s, he created The Lost Party, a 50-print saga about the 1914 Newfoundland sealing disaster. It's still one of Canada's largest thematic print series. The sealing disaster occurred when over 130 sealers from the SS Newfoundland were stranded on North Atlantic ice during a brutal snowstorm. They were left exposed without food or shelter for 2 days. More than 2/3 of the men died, and many of the survivors lost 1 or more limbs to frostbite. Here's a picture of one of the survivors, Thomas Dawson, arriving at the port of St. John's after being stranded. Here is one of my favorites from that series, titled Great Lost Party Adrift. He never stopped painting throughout his life. This is one of my favorites from him, called Home from Bragg's Island, that he painted when he was 68. In 2022, David Blackwood passed away at the age of 80, but his legacy lives on. His work has been displayed internationally, like at the Windsor Castle as part of the Royal Collection, or in the National Gallery of Australia, and even the Uffizi Gallery in Florence. Not bad for a kid from a small outport town in Newfoundland.